John, commiserations. What were your take on that game today?
Well, obviously we're intensely disappointed because we thought we had a great opportunity, and it could have gone either way. But unfortunately for us, this time it's gone to the opposition. You know, we experienced the elation against Featherstone when it looked as if we were out 10 minutes from time, and then we fought back and got a golden point victory. And you know, against Leeds it was a great elation, and obviously we've had mixed emotions today. But unfortunately for us, Halifax have come through the other side, and they're on the right side of the scoring ledger. And you know, I'd like to congratulate them. I thought they played a really good game. I thought it was a great standard of rugby league for the championship. You know, I think anybody who's watched that live or on TV will think that was I think that was the best game of the four, to tell you the truth. So there's things we can feel proud about, but what we've got to do now is attempt to overcome our disappointment pretty soon and dust ourselves down and go again, starting on Wednesday against Barrow. So yeah, good luck.
Where do you think the game was won by Halifax or potentially lost by yourselves?
I think in the second half, I thought the first half, you know, we defended absolutely magnificently and took our opportunity. Losing Rowan affected us, there's no doubt about that. He's got a great kicking game, and you know, we lost a bit of edge with that in the second half. But you know, they got us, Scott Manell sort of put players through once again, and it's such fine margins, you know, like taking the dummy, but we had fine margins on the other side. There was an Halifax header that Matty Wilde picked up and scored from. So you know, that's rugby league, and I just think it's been a real good game, a very enjoyable game for all concerned, and we can look back on our little journey in the Challenge Cup with a great deal of pride. And I wish Halifax well in the semi-final representing the championship.
How is Rowan Milne?
He's broken his non-weight bearing, it's his fibula, which is non-weight bearing in his lower leg, and he's at hospital. He's had an X-ray and it's broken. So that's, I mean, that's, in all honesty, that's the saddest thing to come out of today, because you know, when you're an 18, 19-year-old kid making your way in the game, that's the last thing you want. But it's copped that, and we'll have to see. If it just goes into a plaster cast, it can be 6 to 8 weeks. If it's got to be plated, we're looking at a 12-week job. So it's not good news for us, but obviously you've got to get on with it.
There was a penalty try given to Halifax. What was your take on that decision?
I wasn't really happy about that, but you know, I'll be able to go tonight and have a re-watch of the game and see what I saw there. But from what I could see, Jake Webster's got to compete for the ball. You know, I mean, he'd get a serve off me if he didn't. So, you know, it's, at the minute, my initial reaction, obviously it's quite an emotional time, is I'm a little disappointed with the decision, but I'll need to have a good look at it and analyse it and see whether I agree with the referee and the video official from that, because I thought the 8 point was a bit harsh. It was a big turning point, that.
Despite bowing out of the Cup, how big has this Challenge Cup run and the profile that it's brought been for the Bradford Bulls?
I think it's been really good. I think it's been really good, Matt, and you know, I think people now see that we're alive and we're kicking, and you're going to see the number of people who are here today to realise that there is a great fan base here, and we get a bit more success, and they'll obviously come flocking back, and that's what we're aiming to do. And the plus point from this will be, at long last, because we've played fixtures from the first week in January, including all the Yorkshire Cup stuff and so on. So at some stage, our players will get a weekend where they can actually put their feet up and perhaps re-energise and go forward, and hopefully come on with the wind in our sails for the playoffs.
So sure that and pick everyone up again, because there's so much of the season obviously still to play for, and the main target presumably, but it's going to be tough, because there is that natural disappointment.
Well, there is. First of all, we're going to have a staff meeting before the players come in, because we've got to try and pick ourselves up first, because obviously we invested a lot of time, energy and emotion in attempting to get to the semi-final, and we've come up short. So we need to get over the disappointment, and then obviously once the players come in, I mean, you know, the Wednesday team will not feature any of those players who played today. It's not fair on them. And if the RFL want to ring me up, I'll give them the reasons, because if Super League teams can't play on a Sunday then a Thursday, which I believe is an unwritten rule for Super League, I don't see why I should subject my players, many of whom are part-time, to playing Sunday and Wednesday, especially when the Wednesday is a trip up to Barrow. It's bloody cruel, basically, you know.
And in terms of, you know, say the general mood, even for those not playing, it's the whole thing. It's going to be, people were so excited about this run, weren't they, and sort of sense that. You know,
it's bound to be a bit of that sport, isn't it? You know, I mean, when you're involved in sport, you get great elation, and you also feel as if being kicked in the guts as well at times. And at the minute, it's the kicked in the guts feeling. So we've got to try and overcome that and try and get some elation in during the course of the rest of the season.
Some young Rowan getting this injury as well. I mean, is that really Matty will be going to?
We don't know. I mean, we don't know. I mean, it's too early really to think about that. The only thing that we have said is that, you know, the lads who've played today aren't going to back up on Wednesday, because it's just not fair on them.